everyone, this is reporter Celine Paez from the Puyallup Post. Today we're going to get to know the new Dean of Natural Sciences of Pierce College. Please welcome Dr. Eddie Perry.
Hello, how's everyone?
First off, congratulations on this position. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm excited to get to know everyone, even though it'll be in a virtual space for a while. But yeah, I'm very excited about it all.
You are currently residing in Virginia, correct? What led you to Pierce College?
I was looking for dean positions, and the way Pierce College wrote their job description is very overtly anti-racist. It talks about equity, diversity, and inclusion. Pierce College has an amazing name in the community college sector, right? So all of that was icing on the cake right after I read this really amazing job description. And I talked to people at my old job. They were like, oh, Pierce, they're good. Like, we've heard great things about them, right? And that's what you want to hear. Pierce is committed to continuously being better at what they're already good at. And so that really means a lot to me. Sure.
What was going through your mind when you received the phone call or the email saying you're the new dean?
It was a little bit of a shock. I didn't know if there are 10 people interviewing and they're going to give it to someone else. I was excited, but I was a little bit of shock. I was like, wow, is this really happening right now?
Tell us your journey from high school to college to now becoming a dean.
In high school, I liked science, but I wanted to be a lawyer. Kind of put that on the back burner. Went to college. I went to Wake Forest University. I got my bachelor's degree in chemistry. And then I said I wanted to go get a PhD in chemistry because I want to work at a pharmaceutical company, right? And I want to make drugs, and that's kind of my contribution to the world. And realized that it really wasn't for me. It was a little bit too solitary for me, working in a lab. Moved to the DC area and started working in patents, and then realized I didn't really like it because, again, solitary, like working in a cubicle. I'm not in a cubicle, not talking to people. That's not who I am. My friend was like, why don't you teach part-time at the community college? I was like, okay, this is cool. I'll go. And both my parents are teachers. And I loved it. Got a full-time position teaching. I taught chemistry, became the chair of the chemistry department, and then became the associate dean over most of the sciences. And now I'm headed to Pierce.
Is teaching always been like a dream?
Yeah, like in college, I had bantered with the idea of teaching high school, but community college for me is like the perfect space, right? In the sense that I don't want to be a researcher. If any research I want to do, it's about education and how to help students in educational settings, not chemistry. So every day there's something new that goes on, at least at a community college. You never get bored. This is an exciting time, and I still like teaching. Like I would still teach a course here or there if the need arose.
What made you want to be in the science, in STEM?
So I was in the 10th grade, and my counselor came to me and said, hey, we got this program where you work in a chemistry lab. And I was like, and it pays $2,000. And I was like, oh, wow, $2,000 for a 16-year-old. And I liked it. We got to go to Washington, D.C. or New Orleans or, these trips and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, wait, this is fun. All I got to do is work in a lab. So I worked in a lab that studied dyes, D-Y-E, like the dye in your shoe or on your clothes. And so once I worked in the lab for 2 summers, I just went to undergrad and said, I'm going to be a chemistry major. That's what it is. And just never veered from that.
What are your experiences during high school that are like till today, like you can think of?
I was a bookworm in high school. I didn't really come out of my shell until later in life. Just building those connections with people that I still talk to. There are people that I talk to from high school to this day. So really making those connections and doing that. College, I think I grew a lot. I was affirmed a lot in college that I was good enough, right? To be here, to get this degree in chemistry, because everyone's like, oh my God, you're getting a degree in chemistry. That's so hard. Well, you know what? I made it through, right? And so, yeah, college was a good time.
What are the challenges that you face while being in college or high school during those years?
High school wasn't too bad. I had a really good friend circle. There was a lot of diversity at my high school. My college was not as diverse. It was difficult being the only person of color in your classes a lot. Like not just, once or twice. No, like like half the time I was there, I was the only person of color. But I still had the support outside of the kind of the chemistry department that I needed to persevere and to get through.
What made you want to be a dean?
I want to have like a broader impact on the decisions that are made at the college. So students don't remember who the dean or the president is or the chancellor is most of the time, but they do remember who their teacher was, right? And so in that way, teachers are very, very impactful to like the everyday lived experiences of students. But administrators are able to make decisions that support making that teacher impact amazing, right? So I wanted to be the one to say, okay, how can I facilitate you being a great teacher? And what decisions can we make to help students to be more successful?
What are like life experiences that led you to where you are today?
I would say at least 50% of my family is probably in some type of K-12 education. Growing up around that really led me to a career in education.
How were you sure that I want to now step up and be like a dean now?
So, I mean, I've been preparing for this a while, right? So it's amazing. I was a teacher, and then I was a half teacher, half administrator. So I was still in the classroom, but I'm still kind of getting the taste. And then I got to be the associate dean. So it's just a natural progression, right? You know, I'm not going from like here to there, but I've been taking these steps to get me here. So that's why I believe that I'm prepared. I have a lot to learn, but I do think that I have kind of that base knowledge to help peers continue to grow.
What does being the new Dean of Natural Sciences mean to you?
You are a resource for teachers, and you get to influence the vision of the divisions. I think sometimes in the sciences, we just say, oh, it's objective, 2 + 2 = 4, and this is how you do this integral, and we don't need to think about anything else. And that's not the case, because science is everywhere. Science is lived by our students. So really trying to make science relevant is what I'm excited to help the faculty do.
What are some projects you are looking forward to starting on April 1st?
I mean, I'm not going to start any projects April the 1st, right? So I'm going to use that first quarter to really listen and to get to know people. But I think, getting back to what I was saying before, what I'm going to be working on is bringing in that EDI work into the classroom to help our most underserved students, that there are opportunity gaps, and really thinking about how we can continue to improve our classes for those students.
What are your hopes and goals as the new dean?
My hope is that we continue to get better, right? That our transfer rate continues to go up, our graduation rate continues to go up, but also, again, those students that have those opportunity gaps, those Black and brown students, particularly Black and brown males, I would like to see them to be more successful than they have been in the past. And if I can do that and also help all students be more successful, I think that would be a net positive.
Are there other information that you want students to know, community members, about you?
I'm an open door guy, right? I really do like to interact with students. I don't want to be in some administrative building somewhere that's completely isolated.
Thank you so much, Dr. Perry, for sharing us your story. Now I have a challenge for you. In these cards, 50 random questions are written, and you will only have 1 minute to answer as many as you can. Here are the rules. No passing. You have to try to answer every card. If not finished on time, you can still answer the remaining cards, but it will not count towards your final score. And most importantly, there is no prize. Without further ado, Dr. Perry, are you ready?
Yes.
Timer starts now. A hobby you started during quarantine.
Baking. I bought a mixer.
Say something in a different language.
Buongiorno.
What does STEM stand for?
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Favorite snack?
Cookies.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
The egg.
How many elements are on the periodic table?
Oh my gosh, that's terrible that I don't really know that. Some of them don't exist for 2 seconds. Like 150. That's bad. I don't know.
Do a dance move.
Oh, a dance move?
Spell Mississippi.
Mississippi.
I bought 3 apples and 2 pears. I ate 1 apple. How many pears do I have left?
3 apples. How many apples do you have left?
How many pears?
2.
Do the expression of your favorite or most used emoji.
My
What is the chemical formula for water?
H2O.
Finish the sentence. Ice cream, you scream.
We all scream for ice cream.
Favorite song at the moment?
Song Up by Cardi B.
Sing a few lines.
No.
Advice to a college student.
Excuse me?
Advice to a college student.
Find your passion.
Message to Pierce College community. This is the last question.
I can't wait to get there, and you guys have been great so far.
With a score of 19 points, once again, Dr. Eddie Perry, the new Dean of Natural Sciences of Pierce College.
Hey everyone, I'm reporter Nathan Moreland, the video editor.
I'm reporter Celine, Paez, the interviewer.
If you like this video,
Give it a thumbs up
subscribe to our channel
and hit that notification down below.
to be notified when we post a new video
And don't forget to follow us in our social media accounts.
at the Puyallup Post.
Thank you for watching. High five.